Chris, part 3 of our spooktacular this year. I'm going to just make up a different name for it every time. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Again, we're now, as we said last week with Season of the Witch, we are now in the territory where we both are going in fresh on this one. So, Chris, do you know anything about this movie before we go in?
Nothing. I just know it's 10 years after the original, and that's pretty cool.
Yes, yes, indeed.
They had a high bar to live up to.
Yeah, they did. And from what I've heard, this is where the franchise starts to go just a little bit downhill. So, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. First time watch. Stay tuned.
You heard of any of those things?
I've watched a couple of those shows. I'm a big fan of Prison Break.
That guy looked kind of creepy.
Yeah, a little bit. This one is the direct continuation of the first two. Jamie Lee Curtis isn't in this one. Oh, damn.
No, she needed a break.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
The dog's name is Sunday. That's
hilarious.
Is it Ice Cream Sunday or the Day Sunday? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's just cold. The little girl can't sleep, and you don't let the dog stay with her.
And what's worse is Michael's going to be in the room, so. Hush, little baby, don't you. I don't remember the rest of the words to Enter Sandman, but.
I am wearing a Metallica t-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Come on, man. That was your cue.
Don't say a word.
Okay, so basically it's because she became a big shot actress at that point. That's why she didn't come in this movie. She had been in a couple big movies like Trading Places and A Fish Called Wanda by that point. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
They arguably got the more important character
back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Seriously, I mean, I know Loomis has good intentions and all, and is probably a little bit too obsessed, but, like, shouldn't he know at this point that he's really no physical match for Michael? Right? I kind of love it, though. That's the old school stuff. Wait, what? Did they just have him do a fucking action stunt where he dove over some barrels? That was some A-team shit right there. All right,
like,
this is okay. This is a first. Say this about Loomis in this movie: he's very efficient about, and the cops in this movie, a lot more efficient about getting the search like actually started on time. Like I said, you could drop as many human bodies in a movie as you want, but you drop one animal, that motherfucker's got to go.
Handle this my own way. We're gonna fry his ass.
Wow!
Wow! What a line!
That actually, I can't believe it. That aged the best. Nice. The old hiding in the backseat of the car trick. Damn. This is the steamiest sex scene in all of these movies so far.
Coffee, not tea.
Yeah, right? Hey. Only a couple years after it initially debuted.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow. Michael with a shotgun? That's not going to do shit.
Not at all.
Come on, dude. He forgot to reload. I'll give him this much.
He confronts him head on.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I respect for that.
Micha's squaring up in this one.
Michael's on another level in this movie.
There's the schoolhouse.
It's over there.
I don't think I think that his prior movies have proved that no one is safe with Loomis. The first smart decision they made this entire movie.
Yeah, I mean, they did just murder someone.
Yeah, right? Bro, what the hell? How? What kind of magic is this? Execution by firing squad.
That's really cool.
Okay.
The evil has been transferred.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yeah, that was good. That was interesting. Yeah, so as a sort of like bringing it back to the main franchise, revamping / like slating it up, setting it up for like a new continuation. This is actually pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I definitely think that like the whole in a weird way, I feel like the whole like kind of innocent, precocious little girl being the subject, like kind of that would like eventually like inherit the evil of Michael Myers. I actually think is kind of a pretty cool story turn because if I'm remembering correctly, I think it's sad that we follow this girl character for the next couple of movies, even though Michael Myers is still in it. So I don't know how 5 and 6 are going to explain that, but like I don't know. What did you think about that development?
I really liked it. I think they did a really good job of getting you there. It wasn't a generic journey like I think we both kind of assumed it was going to be. There was actually like a decent amount of depth in this 1.5-hour film, and they did something that I didn't expect them to do, quite honestly, and I think that's really cool. And they kind of added more depth to the question of what exactly is Michael Myers.
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of influence and homage we can see that the 2018 Halloween took from this movie, like specifically the scene at the auto mechanics place, and there was a lot of surprisingly like kind of ahead of its time stuff that this movie had going for, like with the rednecks and everything. Like I was really impressed by that. And then the final sequence of like, you know, kind of following Michael Myers around the house as he's killing everyone, I thought it was really, really well done. And I definitely think that I'll admit, right? I still don't necessarily know if the franchise, I can't speak for the rest of the franchise as far as how it's done with dealing with Michael Myers and vulnerability, but like the whole idea of continuing this idea that like, you know, he's evil incarnate, and that's kind of what's like making him like this zombie specter almost. Like it's them playing into that idea more, I think, is becoming more fleshed out as the movies go on. So I definitely think that might be something that like people kind of overlook when they just look back on this franchise, when they lump it in with kind of the rest of like the never ending slasher franchises.
Yeah. I don't know. It's again, like I say, it's kind of hard to be super critical at this point. We're only really 10 years into the slasher genre, and we're covering the literally outside of Psycho, the reason that this genre really got legs. And
Well, I mean, the 80s are interesting as far as slasher goes, because the 80s, right, kind of we saw like the slasher boom, right? But when this movie came out, this was like 88, so this was like close to like the end. Like we were getting closer to the 90s, right? So this is around the time period where it was starting to fizzle out. So the idea that this movie is kind of trying to, you know, do something different and not do the same slasher formula that we've seen 100 times, and actually, like, you know, do a little bit more of a story, I think is commendable, to say the least.
yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more. I thought it was a very fun film. It was way better than I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be. It had its cheesy moments, but it also kind of had some things that I really, wow, okay. They
Yeah.
did that in 1980 and it actually
Yeah,
worked. It was cool.
I was impressed by
So-
this. Yeah, Season of the Witch for me is still the best one, but I gotta say I like this movie a lot. I'm giving this 4 stars, 4 out of 5 stars. This one impressed me.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. You know, there for every cringe moment there was, and there really wasn't that many. Like I thought there was going to be way more. There was actually like really cool, fulfilling moments that kind of like give you hope for the future of this series, especially with what I think was a very strong reboot in the return of Michael Myers, back to form rather. Look, it was. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I really enjoyed this one. I thought it wasn't going to be very good, and I like it. I like exploring the idea that hey, maybe Michael Myers isn't necessarily the person, but it is an energy or an aura that is then passed down to like it's almost like a parasite that like infects a human and changes their DNA and makes them evil. It was interesting. That's kind of what I got out of the ending there. And of course I love the homage back to the first one. That was really cool. I think
Yeah.
if you're going to do it on the 10-year anniversary, they did pretty much everything right to refresh you, get you back into that feel. And also, if you think about it from like the festive standpoint, which I do think these movies deserve to be talked about in that regard, considering the ones in the Michael Myers chronology always take place on Halloween. I think they did a really good job of
Yeah.
getting you in that seasonal vibe. So
Yeah,
overall, I think this film just worked.
Yeah, I definitely. It's weird because like even though the first one takes place at Halloween, you can almost in a weird way forget that it's a Halloween movie, if that makes any sense. But I definitely feel like between this one and Season of the Witch, like I definitely think they did a really, really good job as far as that goes. And I don't know how Halloween 2 fits into that, because that movie, it's technically the night after Halloween. So I mean, it's all still technically in the same night. But yeah, so that was our first time watch for Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. We'll be back next week for Halloween 5, the revenge of Michael Myers. I've heard that this is when it starts to get really schlocky, but who knows? You know, this is I thought that about this one, and I was surprised for this one. So
we'll find out. That's for sure.
We shall find out indeed. Chris, where can the good people find you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd ask them to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and of course, turn on the bell for notifications, as well as you can find me on social media, but most importantly, find the podcast. Right below me, you can see a little link to our Instagram at Talkin TV Podcast. We also have a Facebook. Please go and join us there and keep the conversation going, as well as I make music. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You guys can find me there, chat with me about movies, TV, whatever you want to talk about, music, life, at Christian Evanko, Evanko spelled Evanko. Hit the link in my bio. It'll take you to the Talkin TV pages. It'll take you to my other podcast, Talking with Andrew and Chris, and it'll bring you to my music, which is on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the major platforms you can find it. So yeah, again, it's at Christian Evanko and at Talkin TV podcast. And of course, the missing final piece to the trifecta of social media plugs. Dom, where can they find you?
Add Movie Nerd Reviews on Facebook and Instagram. But as I said before, most importantly, you can follow us posting every single day, twice a day on the Talkin TV Podcast Network at Instagram and Facebook on both of them. Also, be sure to click the subscribe button and the like button and leave a comment on this video if you haven't already. It helps us tremendously. That way we can continue to give you, the people, the content that it is you deserve.
Yeah, and real quick, before you say that, I just want to let you know that I was wrong in the last time I said this. It's not 0.02%.
It's not 0.02?
I misread it. I misread it. It's 20% of all people who view your content on YouTube aren't subscribed.
I see.
And that's that's still a big number. I mean,
yeah,
please
it is.
subscribe.
It is.
That was just so wrong. So I'm sorry.
Man, it happens, man. It happens. But yeah, we'll be back next week for Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. In the meantime, people, watch more fucking movies. 12 seasons in a short film. You guys know the rest. Peace out. See you.